You're talking about here. Okay.
You thought?
No, trying to open the door. Just okay after the first 5 tries.
Hey, look, there we are.
Hey, there we are. Do we have sound? I don't see any sound.
Let's see if we have sound.
Nope. We got no sound. Hey,
We do have sound. We have sound on both accounts.
We have some
We might have a
sound.
little bit of echo because we got that other one over there.
We need more sound.
Do you have one of the movies
have enough.
finished?
What's that?
Is that one of the movies that you
No, we're talking
No,
about
we're just
our
streaming.
movies
We're
here.
streaming. Yeah. Where's my thing? There's no way to turn it up. There's no way to turn it up.
No way.
Good, how are you?
Well,
That's all you got?
Well,
Did
they're
you have
not
a good
good.
Christmas?
That's all the power you got? All the
I
juice?
did.
Hang on.
Hannah, you are on. You're on camera, just so you know.
Stop flipping
So
everybody off.
don't be
I might move.
How about now? No, still not.
you don't have to leave.
No, I'm not
You
leaving.
don't have to be off. You're good. If we can get our grip to kind of move this sucker around a little bit here.
I'm just running on like
Get
4
Hannah
hours.
and Henry in.
Like 15 minutes
Yeah.
from now, you know. Have I been on camera the whole time? Yes. It's picking my teeth.
Yeah, so just move it back a little bit. That'll be good. I
Yeah, there you
understand the stream on this thing. It makes it very small. Then I have to move it around. Even
Thought
though
it was
was
gonna
good
be-
when I just tried it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm bad about interrupting.
No, you're great.
You can like throw on my shit, throw my shit.
That's perfect. Good job, Grip.
I'm gonna grab this out here, unless this is
This
helping
side,
in any way.
No.
No, I'm gonna take it with me then.
What is this white thing?
So it's another microphone. So now we don't have to move them around, hopefully. And I'll see, I don't know how much echo there's going to be with me too, but at least one's down there and one's in here. So
Gotcha.
hopefully that's a little bit better. But I was trying to up
Up the ante.
that's Bob America.
Bob America.
Oh, the
Bob America's exploratory. Holy shit.
So I think that's enough.
My page is getting blown up.
Which one?
The burner one.
Oh.
Guatemala.
All right, so welcome to the Oniichan Power Hour. This is it. No more weekly roundup. We haven't done that in a while.
We're not doing the weekly
We
round.
haven't done a roundup in a while. There hasn't been anything to round up.
Really?
Yeah. Brought to you as always by Eskimo Hut with their sticky sweet alcoholic beverages. That's all I got. Now what?
I don't know. You didn't bring any Jello shots.
I did not bring any Jello shots this time.
Really, it's got me bummed out.
So let's talk about our holiday real quick. Hannah, what'd you do?
I went to Dallas for the past few days.
Yeah.
And spent that time with my boyfriend's family.
They like you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I've been around for a few years now,
That
so
helps.
hopefully they do.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it stormed so bad in Dallas last night that we didn't actually end up leaving till this morning.
Wow.
So we left at like 6, and then I went straight to work after that, which was
You've been working all day?
horrible. Yeah.
And don't tell us exactly where you work, but you work for what?
Property management
That's
company.
right. That's right. Property management.
But it was a good holiday. I probably had like 50 cookies within 3 days.
Oh,
So
wow. They're all
yeah.
Christmas cookies?
all of them Christmas cookies.
Were they shaped like things?
Some were just blobs, and then some were like Christmas trees and
Right.
stockings and
Did you say some of them were just blocks?
blobs.
Blobs. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
Were
so
there children involved in making the cookies?
just me and my boyfriend.
Oh, you made?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
decorated them.
So sugar cookies with the basic frosting kind of thing. Any of that crystallized sugar on top of it?
No.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Sprinkles?
No, the sugar, it kind of crystallizes. It turns into little tiny blocks.
Oh, no. Not that
Kind of
kind.
like that sugar in the raw.
I love that
Oh,
stuff.
kind of.
I just eat it right out of the package. Sugar in the
I
raw.
think there's a thing on the package that says don't do that.
I don't care. It's good. This is a lot of beer, Mike.
It is. That is a 64-ounce growler. They were out of the crackberry.
This isn't crackberry?
This is not crackberry. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I will look it up for you so that you know. I don't want to disappoint anybody in not knowing what we have in this very dark container. Henry, how'd your holiday go?
Well, fine. I had 3 Christmas dinners.
Okay.
Well, really 2.
Not
2.
in the same day.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought he said he was going to say he's visited by 3 ghosts.
Well, we now know that he was visited by 3 ghosts. Yes.
And I don't know which was my favorite. I just I went to I worked for the Waco Children's Theater, and I went to the director's house, his son's house,
Right.
and we had a dinner, and then I went to my sister's house, and we had something, and then I went across the street from my house, down a little bit, for a Christmas dinner there. And so when I got home, I was sick.
Oh. Just stuffed.
I gouged myself
Yeah.
like Henry VIII. Only I didn't throw chicken bones over my shoulder. The way Henry VIII.
You're supposed to show. Oh, Henry VIII.
Yeah, he used to devour chicken. He would hit it
I did.
and
I did
throw,
a little of
throw
that.
the bones over his.
That's Golden Corral.
Yeah, they don't mind if you do that.
No,
They love it when you do that. You just got to leave a couple bucks on the table. You can
they
throw
sweep the
bones.
bones out every night.
Yeah.
Chicken bones.
Well, Aaron, tell us about yours.
It was just crazy. Lots of people and
You said you
children.
had a lot of kids at your house.
Yeah, there was like 6 or 7 children between the ages of 0 and 7 running around full
Hanging out
bore.
with a lot of breeders.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right.
It was mayhem and
Was it a 1 day or a
madness.
2 day thing?
1 day, fortunately. Just one really insane day, and I'm glad it's over.
Well, that's good. I am also happy that Christmas is over.
Yeah, too.
It's just like I was saying to Hannah a while ago. There's so much buildup to get there, and then there's 4 hours. We're done.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's over.
It's crazy. So we decided. This is my wife and I. We decided that we will not do regular Christmas anymore.
You said that,
No, we're not going to do it.
but
I'm
it's
telling
not
you.
going to work.
It will work.
No,
Yes, it will because
So
it's
what
at
is
our
the
house
alternate?
next year.
they're not going to give gifts to anybody,
Oh.
which is bullshit. And
We're
they
not going to
will.
do any gifts. We're not going
But
to do
you
any
will,
gifts.
though.
Okay, here's the caveat. Okay, and this is I just got tired of texting, so I didn't put any more in.
I'll be
But-
personally offended if I don't receive a gift from
Are you still offended then from this year?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's I'm waiting.
It's my friendship. That's what it is.
Ah.
It was there all along. So I have a grandson that's 4, and so of course everybody can get him something. That's great, and we get to see the kid open, and he's happy and all that. But why are adults buying each other things? That doesn't make any sense to me.
To be polite.
Exactly. So it ends up that I'm going to do this thing, so you have to do this thing, and that's not really Christmas, you know? I mean, if you're I would rather everybody give socks to the homeless or whatever. But like I've said before, Thanksgiving is much more special to me because people come over with absolutely zero expectations other than we're going to eat just food and be around each other. That's
Yeah.
it. Maybe football or something like, that kind of stuff. Nobody says, "Oh, I need to bring, a Thanksgiving gift or whatever." I mean, it's not a thing.
You're right.
So I just no, we don't. No, we're not starting at my house.
I think presents are a women's thing. Without women, we wouldn't give presents.
Sure.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yep. Women be given presents. That was the.
Depends on the friend.
I think that's a Chris Rock special.
Yeah.
It's nice for the genuine thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
But when it's out of obligation,
Yeah.
it loses its
That's very true.
Well, my child got 100,000 presents.
Wow.
Just so much stuff.
How many did you actually play with, though?
Well, everything. They're playing the fucking Rico Suave song.
Fantastic.
Can we all just take a moment to appreciate Rico? No, like we haven't even opened them all yet.
No,
The
really?
kid's gone. We sent the kid off with the
Boarding
grandparents.
school. Oh.
Yeah, we sent him to
Your last
Camp
Christmas
Crystal
home,
Lake.
kid.
But yeah,
What was his favorite? Was there like a big thing you got that was the thing?
well, see the thing about Baby Christmas. There was like there was this big wooden playset with all these little, you know how you go to the doctor's office, the pediatrician?
Yeah, the blocky stuff.
Yeah, the wires that you have the little,
I love those.
Oh, we got one of those.
Got him one of those, but it's like as tall as him and has
Sure.
like all these different things. It's nice. He loved that. Got him like a Puppy Dog Pals play set thing.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Puppy Dog Pals.
No, I'm not. I'm not forgetting. Now I am familiar with the
So Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol,
Yeah, yeah. But there's two kinds of households. You've got your Paw Patrol households. You got your Puppy Dog Pals households. We are a Puppy Dog Pals household.
Why is there a division?
We don't fuck with that Paw Patrol. Just because, I don't know, man. Sheer superiority.
Hey, Grip. We got something weird going on with the camera there. We're seeing this camera.
Oh yeah, weird. So, anyways,
Is that better?
You
Worse?
got it? He's got it. He's good.
so
We got a grip on the dude. Oh, nice job, Grip.
on every episode of Puppy Dog Pals, they go on a mission.
Oh.
Right? And they have this intro song where they sing a song about going on a mission. And this playset gives you everything you need to reenact that whole thing from the show.
Oh.
It's kind of awesome.
How does the theme song go?
I'm not going to sing the
Okay.
theme song.
You know
for
the theme song.
I do. I sing the theme song every fucking day.
So give us the theme song.
No, I'm not going to sing the
Why
Puppy
not?
Dog Pals going on a mission theme song.
Well, that's part of it. So come on.
All right, well, it goes like this. It's like,
Yeah.
ba, 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 ba. We're going on a mission, going on a mission. And every time they do it, okay, they come out of their house, right?
Okay.
They bust out of their house, and then they go up into the top of their little dog house outside. And they're doing the ba, 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 going on a mission, going on a mission. And they get in this little bubble thing, and they do this thing where they go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the bubble goes down. And every episode, it's a different thing. Like they might be in a scuba suit. Like if their mission involves
This sounds
something
exactly like
underwater.
Paw Patrol.
Is it? Does it really?
It sounds exactly like Paw Patrol.
Well, it's entirely possible that these shows are very similar. I mean,
I think it's the exact same show. They just put a different song.
are you
on it.
sure you're not just watching Puppy Dog Pals?
No, I'm pretty because we see the one who has the officer's hat on.
Okay,
One
yeah,
has a cop hat.
Yeah. Because they're cops. 'cause
I don't know
of
what
Paw
they're
Patrol.
No,
they're security
no.
guards.
That's right. They're cheap. There's a cop. There's a fireman. There's a
They're the village people.
Something. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. they're the-
Construction worker. And
What do you call those anthropomorphic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dogs, not cats.
Anthropomorphic dogs, not cats. That's right.
Yeah, they got those everywhere.
That's what I
children's television.
That's what I don't
Yeah,
understand about.
anthropomorphic anything, they got it.
That's what I don't understand about the Paw Patrol.
Can I drink this?
You can have.
You
some.
never said what was in here.
It's beer.
What kind of beer?
I couldn't. I don't know. I've never had that one, so I don't know. I only have it because I never had the other one. Whoa! Whoa! Fast acting.
That's a proper grog right there.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a. It kind of tastes like that blood and honey stuff.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I
It's
don't.
heady. It's got a bit of a shiny finish.
Okay.
And maybe hints of margarine.
with a oleo after.
Yeah. It's,
You remember oleo, don't you? Yeah. Okay. You know what oleo is?
are you talking about Oli, the stuff that makes
No,
you shake
no,
yourself?
no. It was oleo. It was margarine. It was one of the first margarine.
Fake
Yeah, I
butter or
remember
something.
Oleo. Yes.
Yeah.
Oyo means maize. So I don't understand why the dogs get to go on the patrol, but like the mayor of this city, the Paw Patrol city, whatever that is, she has a cat that she carries around as pets.
Yeah.
Why is the cat not anthropomorphic?
Well, there's a dog on Paw Patrol or on Puppy Dog Pals that is also not anthropomorphic,
Never the twain shall meet.
which is weird. And it's also like in the Mickey Mouse in the Disney universe.
Oh, it is.
Pluto is not anthropomorphic.
Yeah, why Pluto and not
But Goofy,
Yeah.
but Goofy can speak.
Cool.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's never explained. It's never
It could
explained in any.
be. So it could be a hard knock on the head, like he says. So that's a big movie trope, right?
Yeah, that's
where,
true.
Where you get kicked in the head by a mule and you're
get smart
cross-eyed,
for a
or
minute.
you're smart or whatever. You get kicked in the head by another mule or hit on the head with a bucket,
Go back to
and you go back to how you were.
Yeah.
And that's how you test true love.
That's true. Yeah. if you love something, kick it in the head. If it comes back, it's yours.
That's right.
Right.
So there are humans in both of these universes?
There are humans. Well, I don't know about the puppy.
Yes,
patrol.
there are humans in the Puppy Dog Pals universe. There's Bob.
Puppy dog pals.
Bob is he's a real
He's not a builder.
He's a real fucking loser is what he is. He's voiced by Harlan Williams, who is yeah, you know who he is. He's on Half Baked. He's the squirrel guy.
Oh yeah.
So the
No, that
animals
is
are solving the human problems, or are these just animals?
Yeah, no, this guy Bob. Every week he's got another problem. Something's wrong, and
Bob.
he's depressed about it too. Like, oh, there's no snow, so the Puppy Dog Pals have to make it snow.
They make it snow?
Yeah, they make it fucking snow.
They're like China. They control the weather.
They actually went to Antarctica and brought back some
One of the
ice.
ice caps.
And while they were there, they learned a song from a
Al Gore,
penguin
from Al Gore's album.
that was like supposed to make it snow. It was their snow song.
Okay.
And so they got back, and the ice that they took with them had melted. But they sang the song. And
They made it snow. But that ice is gone forever.
Yeah, well, because they're stupid ass
So
puppies.
sea levels rose.
Well, no, I mean, technically, yeah,
What's
a little
the Paw
bit.
Patrol going to do about climate change?
That's what I'm thinking.
What is Paw Patrol doing for the Black Lives Matter movement? That's what I really want to
And are
know.
real animals aware of the unrealistic expectations that these shows are setting up?
That is absolutely.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
What do the animals think of this?
Meow 2 movement.
Meow too. Boo too.
So we had the 2 Christmases. So we have the one in a place close to Austin. My mother-in-law and father-in-law. We do that. That's mostly my wife. It is. It's on my wife's side of the family. We get together and we open a few presents and things like that. It was just nuts, everybody trying to outdo each other and things like that. That's the part I hate. So we got a couple of people on board while we were there that said they would do the anti-Christmas, right? And then we came back and I realized that I had left my bag with my computer and everything there.
That sucks.
So I had to drive back to the place near Austin in the morning.
This morning.
No, it was yesterday morning.
Oh,
I had to be there. No, it was Christmas morning. I had to be there by 8 a.m. and then come back. So I did that. But then we had the Christmas at our house where I fried a turkey. I love the air fryer.
You use the air fryer.
I've had it for I think 3 holidays now, and it uses that radiant heat. With the. I know people on Twitch, they're asking questions all the time about the radiant heat air fryers. Just put your mind at ease.
It's a hot topic.
Put your mind at ease.
Ninja was talking about those. the other
Ninja
day.
loves the propane air fryers. Yeah. 2 hours to fry a 14-pound turkey, though. I mean,
That's
we've
impressive.
come a long way,
Wow.
right?
You bet.
No oil, no nothing.
No oil.
No oil, it's air.
It's just air.
It's just
It's like
So you hook
that's
it
like those that's like those volcanoes, that the stoners use for
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
Mary Janes.
Uh-huh.
Only for turkey,
Oh.
where you just whoosh the air past it.
So yeah, that's basically what it is.
yeah,
It's radiant
and it just
heat.
like
And it does a damn fine job.
that's crazy.
You know those injectors that you buy for the turkeys? The injector sauce?
Yeah.
Put 2 in each turkey.
2 in each.
2 in each turkey, yeah.
How many turkeys do you cook?
I only cooked 1. I'm just saying I put 2 injectors full. The
In
whole
each?
bottle. I used 2 whole bottles in each turkey.
But you only cooked one turkey.
Yes.
So why would you say each turkey?
Because I cooked one at Thanksgiving and one at Christmas.
Ah, okay.
That was
Okay,
the important part I left out.
All right, good. That all makes
So
sense.
when we bought one turkey, we got the other one free. So it's been in the freezer for a month, and then I thought I'd inject it overnight, and then
Did it reanimate it?
no, thank
that's
God,
good.
not
That's
again,
good.
not again.
Got it. You don't want to use that Herbert West brand turkey injection.
That's a deep, deep cut right there. Is what that is.
I watched those. I've seen all of them.
Oh, I'm sure you have. Yeah, some of them are good.
They're all good. All the ones with Jeffrey Combs are good.
So then the Christmas day,
Everything with Jeffrey
some
Combs.
people came to our house, including my daughter and her boyfriend, which was great. And then we gave little presents, and the kid got the rest of his stuff. So let me tell you about something that happened this holiday season, though. So you know that I'm fairly good at getting stuff, right? So I can acquire things when needed. My dad, who lives at a independent living facility, meaning you can come and go, you know, because my mom had a stroke and all that stuff, and they can stay there. They were going to have a big thing where he was going to give to the people that work there, the people that serve their meals and the people that clean and stuff. You know, great, let's give them a little Christmas bonus because the place doesn't, right? So I opened my stupid mouth and said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we like gave them all a turkey or a this or that, you know, that kind of thing, right? Oh yeah, that'd be great. Okay, well let me make a few calls, and then I promptly forgot about it. And so on the 20th, no, about the 19th, I remembered it, and I thought, oh shit, I got to do something. So I drove over to Golden Corral, walked in the door, I asked for the manager. The manager came up, and I convinced him to give us 15 buffets for free. So I had 15 $15 buffets at Golden Corral. Here's the kicker on this. I had to make the gift certificates. They don't have gift certificates at Golden Corral. So I had to make them. I had to email them to the guy and number them 1 through 15, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's over $200 worth of
I
quality
know, I think
food,
that's
right,
great.
at the Golden Corral.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, hey, I'm big shit, you know, I'm gonna call my dad and let him know. And so I told him, and this was on, I don't know, Christmas was on Tuesday, right? And so this was probably on Thursday when I let him know. And so that was about the 20th, right? I called him. He goes, oh, great, okay. I said, well, you know, it's no turkey or anything. Still $15. They can go in and get a free meal, you know, and all this stuff. Great. So I hang up with him. And then I call him the couple of days before the Christmas thing. He goes, oh, don't even worry about those. We already gave them their stuff on the 18th. So 2 days earlier than when I got them, he had given them away, or had given them their stuff. And then when I called him 2 days later, he didn't even tell me, don't worry about it. After I created these beautiful gift certificates at Golden Corral for 1 free buffet, then he tells me, don't worry about it.
So what'd you do with the gift certificates?
Well, we're not going to talk about that, but
Because I could,
yeah.
I could use a gift certificate. No, I'm kidding.
But anyway, I was very disappointed that
that is,
my abilities weren't used for better things.
Yeah.
I guess I thought that story was good when I was telling it, but then it wasn't.
No,
But I did walk in and get 15 free buffets.
that's true. That is a talent.
Yeah. Well, I did just get a text a while ago that said they almost didn't take them. So
I got a gift card for my in-laws one year,
yeah.
and it was for Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
And when they went to Best Buy to go use the gift card didn't work, which is fucked up.
It is. That is effed up.
Because you're sitting there, you're looking like an asshole.
You're looking like an ass. Sure.
You're at the counter, you got all your stuff, you got this gift card that your son-in-law gave you, it doesn't work. How embarrassing.
Right.
Oh, I'm so scared of things like that happening.
I know. And so I had to go up there. I had the receipt. So I went up to Best Buy.
To the Geek Squad.
No, just
Help me,
up to
Geek
the
Squad.
counter. They
is
waited.
That the human version of Paw Patrol? The Geek Squad?
The Geek Squad. I think you're calling them human is being a little generous. Just saying.
The dogs or the kids? All right, so you went up there, you had your receipt.
No, that's it. I mean,
God, these stories
they
are just
fixed
petering
it.
out at the end, aren't they?
It got fixed. They used the gift card. But it was kind of funny because the gift card that I gave him was a Kwanzaa card.
Oh, I
It
like
said
that.
Happy Kwanzaa on it.
Sure.
And I just got to thinking, you know, of all the cards in that place, they had one Kwanzaa card, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's food for thought.
Black Lives Matter. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what I'm saying.
You mentioned that twice
just,
now.
It's just interesting.
So
isn't it?
I used to work with a guy, and he would, as he goes through HEB, just pick up gift cards and put them in his pocket
Right, which doesn't work.
and not activate them, right? No. The moral of the story is he would give them away to people as gifts
Right.
and say,
They
"Hey,
give 'em shit."
happy graduation" or whatever. And
Right.
put it in the card. When they'd go to use it, it wouldn't work. But what are you going to do? You're going to go back to the person and
Right.
say, "Hey, guy, I barely know. My gift card didn't work."
I'm sure somebody has. I'm sure that's backfired on him. But what are you gonna do?
He
You
used
just
to-
go, oh well.
He would
sorry.
come in my office sometimes and go, "Hey man, you're doing a great job," and just throw one of those gift cards at me, and it had nothing on it.
That's what you do to people you don't like.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of brilliant when you think about it in its simplicity. The problem is, I still think they're worth something, right? So aren't you still stealing something?
No, they have no value. It says right there on the little sticker, no value unless scanned. They're devoid of value. I think if you steal them, it's probably not even a crime because they say right on there that there's no value.
Yeah, maybe so. It's like taking too many pamphlets.
That would be something to like. That'd be a great like boundary to test in society.
Just take a big
Is-
wad of them
just-
and just, "Hey, I'm taking these."
I'm
And you
taking
just
these,
walk out.
and you walk out and just see what happens. You could get in trouble, or you could end up like rich.
Henry, you up for that prank?
Well, you know, I was thinking, that reminded me
Yes.
of the the people who live. I've been told that this is a bad word, but I think it's a very good word. The gypsies.
Yes.
Live-
Gypsies is a good word. I
Yeah,
like gypsies.
and they live in the storage areas behind where Chili's used to be.
Oh yeah,
Really?
by my
once,
house.
Once I was eating
I got gypsies
at
in my
Chili's, and I was almost through. This man came up to me and said, "Hello, how are you?" I said, "Hello." I didn't know him.
Yes.
And he sat down. He said, "You remember me?" And I said, "Well," I was embarrassed. You know, I didn't know
Sure.
him. I said, "No, excuse me," but he said, "I put your mother's roof on her house."
Oh.
And I thought about that. I couldn't remember. And he said, I told him my life's history. You know, he said, "What?" And he said, "That dog you had, Rex. Whatever happened?" I said, "You mean Rex? Yeah, whatever happened to that dog?" He said, I told him. So he said, "I have the answer to your life." He said, "There's a woman just waiting to meet you. And she's right across the parking lot at the dollar store." So
Well,
I
that's
said,
it.
"Well,"
That's all
but
good
I didn't feel right, you know. So
Yeah.
I paid. We started across the parking lot, and he said, "Do you want to ride over there?" And I said, "No, no. I just walk. We need the exercise." And so we got over there, and this buxom, almost fat woman came bouncing out. Oh, he called her on his cell phone. She came bouncing out. "Oh, I'm so glad to know you." And he said, "Well, I'll just go now and let nature take its course." And so he left. And here I was with this woman on the parking lot. This was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Sure.
And so I did give her my phone number to kind of get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I drove off, and I thought, maybe that was a mistake. And as I drove down Bosque Boulevard, I thought, maybe I've been hacked. But anyway, she called me 2 days later. "Hello, I want to come into your house." And I thought, whoop, I told her. She said, "I want to get to know your doctor. I want to get to know your friends.
I want to get to know your doctor.
Yeah, your doctor."
That's a weird
I
thing
know.
to say.
But when she said, "I want to come into your house,"
I want to get to know your tree surgeon.
Yes. I thought a gypsy was not born to be in slavery. But anyway, so I said, "Well, all right." So I said, "Well, it's good to talk to you." Hung up. I called the police.
Good.
And the woman policeman said, "Well, if they call again," she said, "just you can either hang up or tell them that you're not interested. And if you see a strange car in your driveway, call us immediately, and we can come and it will trap them." And there's just one way out.
Yeah. The gypsy trap.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
So anyway,
I've heard of those.
she called again, and I said, "Look," I said, "I'm just not comfortable with this.
Yeah.
I said, she said, why not? And I said, well, it's so quick, so forced.
Sure.
It's like I have no choice.
Right.
And I said, I don't feel comfortable. I wish you the best of everything and hung up. And she didn't call again, but I was almost carried away by the gypsies.
Yeah, man, that'll happen. They're bee gypsies. Is all I'm saying.
And I've heard they go into HEB, that's what,
Yeah, man.
and rot steal and blind.
HEB's full of full of gypsies.
Well, that's much better than the one where you go downtown and get a pistol in your side and then.
Oh, yeah.
Shadows.
Oh, yes,
That
much
kind of
better.
thing.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
No, man, I've been very aware of the gypsy problem here in Waco for a while.
Yeah.
They're out there, man. There was a guy in my neighborhood that was running around, and he had like a wheelbarrow that he was dragging behind his bike, and I could have sworn I saw a leg coming out of it, just like hanging out of the top. This was
Is
yesterday.
this the old? Oh, this is the new neighborhood?
Yeah, this is the neighborhood I live in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can see it in the old neighborhood.
Yeah, well,
Very
in
much
the
so.
old neighborhood.
Yeah.
this woman also said, I said, well, I said, are you a gypsy lady? She said, oh, don't call me
No, they
that.
don't like you to call them that.
Don't
They
call
want
me
to.
that.
They want you to call them
She said, I
Roma.
said, what should I be calling you? She said, I'm a Romanian.
Yeah.
Well, she
Gypsy.
doesn't know it, but the gypsies came from India. And they might have migrated to Romania, but
Yeah.
and then here, but
Yeah, but some
Well, I think that's
some
part of their deal.
gypsies come from Belmead.
Oh, sure.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
yeah.
I would think,
We got native gypsies.
I would think Lacey Lakeview is probably
Yeah.
a very big spawn.
Colleen,
I have a confession to make.
Yes.
I am a gypsy.
are you a gypsy?
No,
He's been a gypsy all along.
He's
So Henry, we had
Traveling.
an idea.
Yeah.
What is your? If you were going to do a one-man show of anything, what would be your favorite piece to do?
Well, I did one on tape about John Wilkes Booth, on that one. But another one, Jean Lafitte, the pirate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that on film?
Never done it. With Booth, I did it in the theater, and then somebody taped it, wanted to tape it, and I taped it. But and then
Well, we went out and we filmed some fire spinners the
yeah.
other night.
Uh-huh.
And we did not realize that there is this great little stage
Yeah.
out in the open air
Yeah.
over at Legends Crossing. You know where that's at?
No.
So you know where P.F. Chang's and what's the Mexican place? that's over there?
Chewy's.
Chewy's and Saltcrest Steakhouse and the new Hillcrest Hospital is.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
area.
Oh yeah.
There's a beautiful little open air stage.
Okay.
We were thinking about getting you to go over there and do a one-man thing and just tape it.
show you guys this
That would take months.
And
for
see
me
what
to
you thought.
develop. That would take.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if you
Yeah.
had something, that you
Yeah.
knew by heart.
No, it's all. I did a Mad Booth, but that was 1981.
Okay, he's going to show you some of the fire spinner footage.
But a one-man play is something.
Well,
I
it doesn't
could-
even have to be a play.
Oh, really?
I'm just talking about just a simple piece.
Oh,
It was like a monologue.
Yeah, more of a monologue.
monologue.
Yes.
Okay.
This is their theater here. It's like a stage. It's really nice.
Who's doing the fire act?
Sioux City.
What was this guy's name? Like,
She finds
I
it
don't know.
those.
Zach.
You know, the gypsies also.
Thieves.
Yeah.
And trains, yeah.
Well, are there people all around, or would they come?
There's a few people. There's Josh back there. But they're back behind where we were standing. There was
We had probably a total of 8 people out there, or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
something like that.
Well,
But it looks nice. doesn't
it would take me
It's
a while
a
to develop.
beautiful little
But
theater.
I was going to start
I
to work
didn't really-
January the
Might have
2nd, I
some
guess,
shock.
Okay.
on the cannibal.
Okay.
Start work on the cannibal.
I was just wondering if there was something that you wanted to do. Maybe there's a
Very
piece
cool.
that you really
No.
like. that-
Yeah, I love the way
As you
you
take
take
them
I
out.
tell you, I used to do
mean,
one-man theater for about 12 years.
Definitely
I
need to
did
get that into the dream.
Booth, I
Oh,
did
yeah.
Jake, did you see you saw the clip that I
Henry
put up?
Plantagenet, and then
Yes.
Henry II, Day in the Life of Henry Plantagenet. I did Country and
Whatever
Western
y'all
nightclub
posted,
owner.
Saw that. Yeah,
I
yeah. Well,
usually
didn't see
watch
it.
unless
Oh,
I
Yeah.
miss it.
And I did
But
That thing was cool.
An ex-child star who
I
was
would-
in a
I
bounce,
would love to-
became a bouncer. And,
You know, if I could do that again, like,
Hey, say that one more time. You don't have to say the last word, but say it one more time to Aaron that piece. What was it about?
it was about an ex-child star who was faded and kind of has been, and he was a bouncer in a
Yeah.
and
So
Texas nightclub owner.
So here's this is just a thought that screamed through my head.
But that was years ago.
Mikey Early, child star, Henry Lake, child star.
yeah, sure.
Same guy.
That for a game thing.
No, same
Oh,
guy.
for the
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would love that. I want to do a Mickey Parakeet thing so bad.
So we were also thinking, we had wanted to make a documentary for a while, or stick our toe in that sort of thing. And I can't think of any more available person than you to do something like that.
Well, what
Do you want
about
to talk about some of this?
what about just me as myself as an interviewer?
Yes,
Is
that's
that
basically
yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
yeah.
what I was wondering
Yeah.
is, do you have any more footage of any stuff that you've done other than the stuff that's on that website?
Two unedited movies. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I haven't edited yet.
Who has those movies?
I do,
Why are they still sitting there?
Yeah.
because I haven't gotten around to editing them yet.
Okay.
It costs $200 every time
You want to do it?
Huh?
You want to edit it?
Yeah, when the time comes. But I could show footage from that. We could
Yeah.
pull,
Love that.
I'd
Let me
love
see.
to be able
One
to
is
use
about it says in search of a character. He's on the Riviera, and he goes to England to research a character he wants to play in a movie. He flies back and he talks to his wife, and she's divorcing him. And you see the other man in the background while she's talking.
Yeah.
And the other one is what is the other?
So these are both short films?
30-minute, 22.
Sure.
And the other one is it's called The Gigolo of Hamilton House. About this man.
Henry, you can stop there. I don't care what it's about. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. And he goes to court. He's in East Africa, about 1928, and he's lost his fortune, and he goes to courting this woman on the next piece of property, and she's not there any longer, and a new family has moved in Texas, an oil rich, New Orleans, and they shoot him in the rear, and he jumps and runs, and he goes back to his property and sits down and says he's worried about the fact that he might not ever be able to make love again. And the camera pulls away and he says, and let me see, I have another.
I'm just wondering how involved do you want to be in the editing?
I'd like to edit anything I do if I could, for
Okay.
this reason. I've discovered, this is just my own personal discovery, that when I edit, you could go two ways. What's the best technical shot or what's the best acting shot? And I found that I go for the best acting shot because the technical part can be worked out more often than not. And so, that gets the best of both directions there.
Okay.
But I was wondering if you could give me some time to aim for about the cannibal.
So
I want to ask you some questions about that.
I think that it may need to get a little warmer.
Yeah, I do.
Wouldn't you think?
Yes.
So I don't know. Whenever spring hits, whatever that
Yeah.
is, I would think that's probably the time to do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to kind of fill everybody in on what that story is? Or I think
Yeah.
you and I are the only ones that have really talked
Okay.
about it.
Yeah. I will. We were going to do the Bronte idea, but this is something that I kind of
Could
like.
we still do the Bronte?
If you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's no. Yeah. And but anyway, I had this idea years ago. In the back of my mind, I read something about a cannibal and a man in a boat. Joseph Conrad's The Open Boat. I mean, I may be wrong about that. I don't know. But that's what gave me the idea. Anyway, this film starts off, it's a 20 to 30 minute short film, and it shows a church, a missionary church in the jungle. And the camera travels around it, and you hear drums that start, boom, and like Maori cries, or walla,
Sure.
and it comes around to the front of the house, and this woman comes out who's a missionary with a cross in her hand, and she's terrified. Oh, the drums stop, and that's what causes her to come out.
Okay.
And she's terrified, and she looks around in the jungle, and we see these eyes looking at her, and she sees the eyes, and she sees the eye, and this cannibal comes out with a spear, and he tells her, she says, I'm a missionary, and she says, I've come here to save your soul, and we could either have this conversation here or in the boat with voiceovers.
Right.
But anyway,
We had talked about doing it both
yeah,
ways.
and she tells him that the others, when the drums started, ran off, but she considered it her promise to God to stay and try to save these people for God. And in broken English, he tells her, mother was missionary, father was chief. It's a fictional
Right, sure.
And he says, my people captured mother mission and took her to the village and made her marry my father, and I was born. Then they kill her and eat her flesh, the cannibals. And so then the volcano goes off and the earthquake starts. And you can do an earthquake by shaking, and the sound is what. But anyway, when they do that, both of them run down to the beach and jump in a boat to try to get away from the volcano. And they look at each other. They just stare at each other. This cannibal stares, and they have voiceovers, whatever they're thinking.
Right, sure.
And then the thing starts off again, and he's thrown over kind of on her, but not quite. And they look at each other in the eyes. And
Turbulence in the boat.
maybe a tsunami, if we could create a tsunami. And he's sexually aroused by her, and then he thinks that mother's people know. And there's a fade out, and then he's on the beach, and there's a fire, and he's dancing around the fire, and he has blood all over his face, and he realizes he's eaten his mother's people, and it just destroys him. It makes him so sad, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Love that.
But let me ask you a
that.
question. If I play that role and I step out of the car in a grass skirt with rings around my ankles and a bone in my nose and an African wig, would we be arrested?
No,
No, because we've done something very
similar
close to that
We
right
have?
outside here.
Yeah.
Oh, not here in town.
We didn't get arrested.
We did not get arrested. Yeah, it's according to where we do it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you can get away with anything on this corner.
So we did a hold up scene out there, Henry.
Yeah, oh,
With a guy with a fake gun.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah.
He held up Santa and beat him up a little
Yeah,
bit.
we had a guy
outside.
beat up
Oh,
Santa.
really?
Yeah.
Nobody said anything.
Nobody did anything. And then we
Which
had a
is
guy dressed
surprising
up
since-
and basically
Well, I
They're right
guess
next to the jail.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm
Hide in
asking
plain
is,
sight, I guess. I don't know. Is it?
I guess what I'm asking is, if I'm in a grass skirt,
Yes.
is that indecent exposure?
No,
or is
Well,
it-
as long
as the skirt's covering.
we got a jock strap or something going on there,
Yeah,
Henry, I think
yeah.
we'll be okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, I honestly
I know
don't-
where to get a really good used jock strap, so we're good.
I don't think you really need to get like a permit for that kind of thing. So
Not here.
just go crazy.
and I would be painted. I'd have the body makeup, the liquid with a sponge, and I'd be completely black
Sure.
with an afro
Bone in
wig.
the nose.
And I think the way that you go past the offensive part of it is literally black.
Yeah.
Not a brownish black, but I mean
yeah.
literally
Just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Totally
like
black.
some of the
Like a black
Indonesian people. He's completely black, but he
Yes.
has European features.
Okay.
The mother was a missionary.
How much
father.
surgery do you have to get for this? Henry? How much surgery do you have to get for this?
How much what?
Surgery.
Oh,
you got
well,
to
I need to see my doctor first. No.
Starting any new medicine.
I think we could get away with it just fine. Although I don't know that in front of Nexus eSports is really
No, that's
the-
not where you
the
shoot that.
appropriate
No,
setting.
no. The
would-
cannibal steps out
we
of
would-
Nexus
right.
eSports.
Now, if this
Mother-
gets too,
I mean, obviously, we're gonna shoot this in the woods. We
Yeah.
can shoot it at that place where they do Middle Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The place you and I went?
yeah. Just black them up, and we'll
is
go out there.
there
And,
water?
yeah,
There's got to be water. At
What
some
about a
point.
boat?
yeah. There's water there.
The thing is, the Bronte thing would be so much easier to film now that I think about it.
Well, again,
I do either one.
I think you ought to do both.
You do?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think you ought to do both.
Yeah.
I don't know that,
want to shoot the cannibal thing though for sure.
I don't know that the cannibal thing is necessarily part of the anthology thing.
Yeah.
I think it might be a freestanding piece.
Well, do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
the suspense between the missionary and
Oh,
the cannibal
absolutely.
would
We
be
could
the
do that.
suspense for the
Yeah.
pod shot?
Yeah, well, yeah. You get that shot out, and you got all the little.
It's circle all these different camera angles.
Penguins. Background.
But
Lots
my
of polar
concern
bears.
was, you don't think you or any of us or I, well, that's not. I'm just asking this. It's not indecent exposure.
No.
Oh, all right.
No, we'll fix it. We
I have a-
can fix any indecent
We can
exposure
blur
in
out
post.
the. We can blur
In
out
what?
everything.
We can fix it in post. We'll be fine.
Oh.
Fine.
Very blurry grass stroke. Yeah, on there. There's an accident in the world.
Yeah, I see him as being afro with a bone, a headdress around his forehead,
It's a place for the 76ers. is what you're saying.
and rings around his ankles, and that's
Wow.
And if you're gonna be black, you could wear black tights underneath too, if
true.
it matches.
In a film, wouldn't that show up close?
Yeah, probably would.
It would
Maybe
look like
up
tights,
close.
maybe. Yeah.
we just
I
need
don't
to,
mind making as
But
long
you know
as.
they make the sleeves with all the tattoos on it. Do they not make just?
Oh, I didn't
wanna
think
be
about
black
that.
or
like
anything?
the athletes wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
So he's very athletic people eater.
Yeah,
my only
right.
concern is
You got to be able to move around.
I've heard of people like the actors in The Wizard of Oz who painted the makeup caused that actor to lose the role of the Tin Man
Yeah.
because he breathed that green
Yeah, I
tin.
think we're at a point though
Had to be
where most of that
replaced.
stuff is safe now.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other actor
I think
who,
if you watch any NFL game,
Yeah.
you'll know that somebody up there is going to have their entire body
oh,
painted
okay,
something,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
for about 4 to 6 hours.
And I
We
was
could hire
also,
that Juggalo face painting girl. I
we
still have
could,
the card.
we could. We just got to keep her car started all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
also, Margaret Hamilton, who played the Wicked Witch when she was sinking into the
Yeah.
floor, had that green makeup on and she caught on fire. And they got the makeup on.
Holy crud.
She was in the hospital for about 6 weeks.
I didn't
And
know that.
they held production for
I
her.
did know about the
Not the
the
other.
little person who hung himself
Oh, really?
That didn't
in the
happen.
background.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And then the ghost in 2.5
Two,
Men.
3 minute a little lady.
Well,
Baby.
I saw, right before she died, I saw Judy Garland on a talk show,
Right.
and she said that one of the little munchkins asked her for a date.
Sure.
And she said, no,
Just a
no,
little date.
I don't think my mother would. And he said,
They're gonna go out for a tapas. You know, the little food.
Yeah, the little food.
Makeup technology in the last 30 years is going up big time.
Yeah,
So you just put some of the makeup on your arm for
Yeah.
about 30 minutes, see if you get a reaction.
well, I was
If not,
thinking
you're
about
okay.
liquid, body liquid. You put
Yeah.
on a sponge.
We told you by your
Well,
feet.
you test it on a small part of your body first for about 30 minutes to an hour, see if you have a reaction. If not, you're good.
Oh,
But they've
Slap it on.
well,
the last 30
If you
minutes.
do have a reaction, there's trouble.
well, it wouldn't be
Yes,
all,
it'll
all
just
over my
itch.
body. Like
right.
the bottoms of my feet would not be made up.
So,
Could just rub you. Could just do it the natural way and spray you down and let you roll around in the dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be kind
Just
of a
get
cool
bloody.
effect.
yeah,
That's less racist.
yeah.
oh, that is true.
Well,
Because you're not 100% black guy either.
but I'm wondering too. I don't want
So
this
buddy
to.
tribesmen.
I don't want this to offend anybody.
Right. No.
You know, I
don't
wouldn't
think
want
it-
an
Well,
African American
I
person.
think what we're doing right now offends more people than that would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Perhaps.
Honestly. This is pretty much a shit show.
This is not good beer.
And you don't think
What is
I'm
this
too
stuff?
old to play a role like that?
God, no, I think it'd be fantastic. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great. But I really do think we ought to do the Bronte thing anyway, because I think it fits very much the anthology series.
Yeah.
Plus,
I agree.
plus at some point, you know, we got to do something good.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Well, I'm not sure that I could fill that bill,
well, the
but
Bronte thing, it doesn't even have you in it, right?
uh-huh.
I mean, it's Linda and whoever we were going to get to play the Call of Our Stranger.
Oh, I thought it was me.
You going to play the Stranger?
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine. If you want to do it, absolutely.
All right. Well, which would you want to do first?
Well, I think we could do the Bronte thing soon.
Oh, that would go first.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think the Bronte
You
thing.
think we could film it over at that same place we did the fire?
Yeah, you had looked
not,
at locations.
Not on the stage, but down there by the
Maybe,
water.
maybe I didn't even think about that. But yeah, the place that you showed you the stage.
That
it
would
does
look
have water.
really cool.
It does?
And yeah, that might be it. There's a like a little pier.
Yeah.
I don't know about the lighting because the
Well, what
lighting
is it,
all
a
like
lake
blue.
or is it the
And there's
river?
also Jordan's
It's a man-made lake.
Jordan's parents' lake. I mean, we might be able to get in there.
And I was wondering if we did it at a swimming pool with the camera down where you couldn't see the other side of the swimming pool, the edge of the swimming pool. We get that blue water, or you could film up with just the sky and cut out, the bank of the swimming pool.
I think there's a couple of possibilities.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
that's.
But the Bronte thing is not really about water.
No, it's out of
Yeah.
the
So
moor.
the Bronte thing is on moors. I always think of moors as water, but it's not.
Oh,
It's
no.
just flat grass.
It's like and rocks, rocky, and heifer.
I got one.
I think it's Moors.
Yes. Yeah, we need some fog, right?
Yeah. Could that be added technologically?
I've got a fog machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We got a fairly still day where it's not just going to blow off.
Yeah.
And I think we'd be okay.
Okay.
Since if we're gonna be out in the woods with the fog machine and Henry Carter, can we do like some Ed Wood kind of shit too?
Like what?
Can we get some cardboard robots to attack them, or
I don't know why you're asking.
Yeah, that's
I'll be a
that's
cardboard robot.
Spray cardboard robots.
I'll be one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now what would that have to do with?
It does
Nothing.
These are
But
one-offs.
since we're out there,
Something else, like
since
one-offs.
we're out in the
yeah,
woods
yeah.
and we have a smoke machine, there's a lot. We can squeeze in a lot more.
Yeah.
So you're saying
I
maybe an alien land?
Yeah, maybe like a vampire attack.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Vampires,
Something.
don't listen to me.
Alien
Vampires are much
vampire
easier than
attack.
aliens.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can cut out a cake.
Well, anyways, yeah. I'm just saying, when we go shoot that, let's see what else is on. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Aaron,
Well-
when are we filming yours?
Well, Mike
I
said
asked him about that today. I
that
said,
you have a place.
Yes.
And you were telling me
Yes.
about it.
Uh-huh.
And
Just
let's do it.
okay, let me know. I'll have to check and see what dates it is
check
not
with him
booked.
and
Yeah.
see what dates are good,
Okay.
and then we'll make it fit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see what kind of time frame.
Because it's an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to
Yeah.
play the missionary
So,
in the cannibal movie?
Sure, I would be
What
fine with
about
that.
Charlotte Bronte? Would you like?
Is
Well, I think
Linda? I think
Oh,
Linda's
Linda was
Linda
going to
for
do
that
that.
one,
Yeah.
She's tall.
Yeah.
She's kind of the
Yeah.
slender and
Yeah.
mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this woman would be an old maid.
Say it again.
I think that the missionary would be an old maid.
Yeah, that's Linda.
Yeah.
Old maid. No, I think Linda would be fantastic with that. I think she would be thrilled to come out and do it. We just have to hit her newly populated schedule
Yeah.
with such things.
Well,
Yeah.
can we kind
Yeah.
of set a date, or is it too early for that?
I'm happy to set a date.
Give us something to work for. How about around the 1st of February
I think the 1st of February would be.
for the Bronte movie?
You're talking about Bronte?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the 1st of February is on a Friday.
Well, would you want to film on a weekend when everybody would have more
We could
free
certainly
time?
film on a weekend. I will tell you this, my wife is out of town the 4th through the 6th,
Uh-huh.
and again the 13th through the 17th.
Yeah.
So I am fully
Yeah.
ready to whatever,
Oh, you don't have to babysit.
single and ready to mingle
Oh, okay.
those days. But no, I'm just saying, there's nothing going on at night. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I can, she's the most understanding person I've ever known.
Well, that's
She puts up with
wonderful.
my crap, so
Yeah.
she'll let me go do whatever.
Sure.
Mostly just to get me out of the house.
Well, what about the next day, Saturday, February the 2nd?
I think that sounds great.
That's about
Saturday,
five,
February 2nd.
about 5 weeks from now.
Yeah. See, you can see my calendar has nothing on it.
Yeah.
And another thing, if it rains, I found that it's not going to rain every moment all day long.
Sure. That's in April. April and May. That's when it rains in Texas.
Yeah,
All month
yeah.
long.
And if it rains, I filmed in the snow once.
I was gonna say if we get some snow,
Yeah,
we
it'd
need
be
to take the
January or
opportunity.
February.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm putting in the chat right now
All right.
that we will check the date
Mm-hmm.
on Friday, February 2nd
All right.
for the Bronte.
Yeah.
What's it? Bronte what?
The Bronte Discovery.
Discovery.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll put it in the chat so you'll have it.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I'll put it.
And that's everybody will
I'll
have
run it by my
Your team.
person.
Yeah.
And when we do, if you want to do the cannibal movie, what about calling it the volcano? Is that
Oh, I like that.
you do? And if we film
How
that,
about Cannibal Volcano?
then, or
Again, he wants to attack.
Volcanable.
Just remember, he wants to attack you with
the
carver.
flesh machine.
The flesh machine.
Flesh machine.
Oh God.
Alright.
But also, if we
Banned
film,
in 7 countries.
Cannibal.
Cannibal.
It's about a
Cut off your
bus full of
computer.
cannibals.
Trying to carve these people.
but if we film in warm weather, the only thing is I am committed in the month of June for the Children's Theater.
Say that one more time.
I'm committed.
Okay.
in the month
Oh
of June.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
I am so
that's the
sorry I
job.
didn't get out.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
am so sorry I didn't get out to those shows.
Oh, don't worry about
I
that.
absolutely.
No.
wanted
You know who
to.
else has been doing
The
shows?
next day, my wife and I were driving somewhere. I went, shit, I completely forgot to go. I was really angry at myself.
Yeah. Well, I was just
Who else?
it's over.
Matt's playing friggin' ukulele recitals and shit.
I don't
Telling everybody.
understand why we're not seeing ukulele recitals.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Who would not go watch a ukulele recital?
He won't. He never tells me when they're coming. He didn't tell us.
He didn't want us to see it. He didn't want us to be there.
He's a closet ukulelist.
Clausalala.
Yeah. You know that dude makes lemonade, like with real lemons? He just sits there in his house making lemonade.
Because he's got the
Squeezing
time.
lemons.
What's up?
How flexible would y'all be during the week if it's available during the week for your thing?
I'm good for
Tuesdays are
anytime,
like
anytime.
always pretty good for me, but every other day is weird. Except Thursdays.
Don't you work though during the week?
Yes, but in the evenings, I don't know when it's available yet. I'm waiting. There might be a weekend,
Yeah.
but
Well, are you
Just-
free on weekends? Or?
most weekends.
You are.
Most weekends.
Oh,
It just kind of depends, but I'm usually pretty flexible.
What if we set February the 2nd?
I get that.
I think February the
Don't
2nd
worry
would be
about-
fine.
You know what I wish they would sell here at Nexus eSports? Some kind of slushy or like a
Slush puppy.
icy
Slush puppy.
Slurpee, ideally.
Well, you can't get that.
I
stuff
know,
so
I
much.
know.
But a slush puppy. So there were 3 kinds of slushies in the past. There
You had
was
your
a Slurpee,
ices.
Your ices.
your Slurpees.
But listen, your ices are very smooth.
Right,
They're
well,
more
the
like your-
ices are the chunky ones. The Slurpees are the smooth ones.
You're right. You're right. Slurpees are the shaved ice of smoothie, or not, what are they called?
Of icy beverages. Iced beverages.
Crushed ice.
Crushed
I
ice
don't know.
beverages, shaved ice
Yeah.
beverages, whatever,
Right.
that kind of thing. And then the icy was a little more chunky.
Right.
Slush puppy, I found, was the creamiest, smoothest slush-based drink.
But it tasted weird. It tasted like
It was made out of puppies.
that was the puppies. Yeah. No, it tasted just like the icy things that you put in the freezer.
Yes, yes.
You know, it was made
did
from that
very
same
much
stuff.
Have the ice bars or whatever those
The
things
slush
are.
puppies, slush puppies were no bueno.
They literally tasted blue.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I've ever had
When
one.
you got a blue, it tasted blue.
Well, they used to have.
It was at Kmart. They had the slush puppy.
There was a time when you could
Wow,
could
Kmart.
get. They were called like slurp pies. I think
I've heard of
it,
those.
Yeah, it was Slurpees with 2 P's, right? And they sold them.
It was a Slurpee
It
empanada.
was a slurp pie,
It was a
and it
Slurpee
was
filled
basically a
empanada.
Slurpee, and they sold them down on 25th Street at some store.
Oh, they were selling you
and,
something
and
else.
they had a blue one that is the best fucking drink I've ever had in my life, and they don't exist anymore. Places will wash a terrier now.
There's one thing I forgot to
Probably
tell
still
you
using the
about.
same chemicals. Yes, sir.
Forgive me for going back, but there's one thing about the cannibal thing I forgot to tell in the story. When he's thrown to her
He eats
in the canoe, at first he's aroused. Then he looks at her arm and takes it and looks at it. And then,
Sees a big chicken
then
leg.
we see him on the beach going around.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the blood.
I love the story. I think the story's great.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
making me
you-
hungry. Just saying.
Sure, for people who look
For
like
people.
chicken legs. We should do that at some point.
Just
So, I want to go back to your idea of a bus full of cannibals.
Yeah, the cannabis.
The cannibus.
No, it was Cannabobile.
Cannibobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do they pick them up somewhere and then they take them some? Is this
It's
more
never
like
explained.
Is this like a
It's
one-day trip to the casino kind of
The
thing?
scene opens up and there's a bus and it's coming down the street and it's full of cannibals.
I don't know that anybody's even picking them up.
No, it's just full of
straight-
cannibals.
Yeah.
It's,
So is there okay? So in this bus, is there a cage around the driver?
no,
No,
no, these cannibals.
he's a cannibal.
These cannibals are all in on this bus thing.
So the cannibal's driving.
Yeah, they just
But
head
there's cannibals in
into
the
they
back.
head into a town.
Some of them are wearing the Hawaiian shirts.
They stop at the
It's
gas
kinda-
station
It's kind of like their version of a progressive dinner.
because you know they always stop at a gas station.
Right.
So you got some yokel.
Can we at some point make somebody look like a big chicken leg though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that guy who
You
comes
could just
once.
turn a guy into a chicken.
Well, no. I'm
No,
saying,
I get what you're saying.
when the cannibal
like
looks at
you
it,
got a guy, he's standing there at a gas station,
you know, that kind
you
of
want me
thing,
to
like
fill her up,
yeah.
and then
And you have
we cut to him, and
You
then
have
he
a
kind of
chicken
fades
leg.
away.
You have a chicken
turn-
leg with the filling station hat.
That guy who comes once in a while
Yeah, I like it.
had the idea for a cat burger.
Oh, you're talking about Josh, yeah.
Yeah.
For a cat burger?
Cat
It's
burger.
still,
don't
I
listen
can
to
see
these
somebody,
cats.
a cat walking up between two buns
No,
awkwardly.
Henry,
shot,
do not listen to
we
this.
shot
Do
that.
not
You
listen
told
to
me
Henry,
about
we
that.
actually shot that movie. We shot it.
you
It's
did?
yes. Fucking terrible. It's the worst thing. I've been
Well, how did the cat burger look?
Well-
Between two buns as a person? Or?
we didn't exactly have a surplus of funds.
Yeah.
And no
So-
script.
and not really a script. So it's
Props.
actually just a cat, a stuffed cat.
Well, that's right. It was a stuffed cat.
There's actually a couple of stuffed cats because the cat burglar in the end. Well, I stole. I
Where
was
did you
I was
shoot
the
this?
cat burglar. We shot it right here. Like
Was that the day where you shot him in the dress?
yes, yeah, yeah. That was the day Brian went
Excuse
to the
me,
movie.
I'm going to take off my coat.
No, we shot that
Cat
thing.
burgers makes me hot too.
I've attempted to edit it like 3 times, but every time I look at it, it just makes me more angry.
This makes you sad.
Yeah, it makes me realize that I'm wasting my
Give
life.
it a try and be completely wasted and drunk.
Let me ask you.
Well, I mean, I gotta be that way to
Yes.
even
Did you
start.
take a look at any of that stuff I sent you from the Heart Hat?
I
Okay.
haven't yet.
Okay.
Literally since Thanksgiving till Christmas, I've just been
I understand.
holiday consumed.
Yeah.
But now that I'm back,
I would like to know your take on it.
I saw the still images, and I was kind of nervous, so I haven't watched
Oh, there's nothing
anything
bad.
yet.
Nothing bad at all.
Yeah.
Is it good?
No, I mean I don't.
There's nothing bad.
I've been debating on whether or not to watch any of that stuff because I gotta dig for the link.
I'll probably
Is it
look
good?
through it over the weekend and everything.
So there's a lot of 7-second videos.
Right, that's what he
Okay.
said.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's get on the road. The end.
Uh huh.
And so
There's
the
not a.
thing is, we got to figure out where the content is.
Do they have any sort of storyline they want us
I
to
don't think
follow? Or
so.
it's
I
just-
think it's okay. So this guy, he started with nothing, and now he's here. No, he started with nothing,
And now he's got 100 hours of video.
and now he's got several hours of video. Plus, he's got a hat business where he makes hats. And so he wanted to show. This is all I know so far. He wanted to show how he started, went through all the trials and tribulations, and now he's up here or whatever.
Okay.
So that's really all we're looking for.
Okay,
Just the
okay.
story.
Yeah, I was gonna try to look through
I
it.
thought you'd be intrigued by that stuff.
No, I am. I just haven't really had a
get
good
it.
chance
I
to
get it.
Hey, where's
focus
that
on
one
anything
guy
lately.
that likes my vlog? Where's Serge?
Well, he's part
Where's
of
Serge?
Serge and Hard Hatter. His name is Logan. I have not heard from them this week, but I do not expect to hear from anybody this, because of Christmas and all that
Right.
stuff. So I'm sure that he was off making hats for the homeless or something.
So they're involved.
You know how hard it is to measure a guy's head while he's laying on the concrete? I mean, that's tough.
You would think they'd have an apparatus for that.
You would think, or an app. Just,
Yeah.
you just shoot a picture of his head, and it says, "Oh,
They
it's
do
7
have
3/4."
they have the app on your phone now where you can do the measurement?
Yes.
Those,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you could
Pointed
do
at something
that.
and It measures how far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get
Do you have to like
circumference.
stand next to a quarter, and then it like uses that for reference?
Or banana.
Or banana?
Banana for scale.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
All bananas are not the same size. I don't understand how that became a scale thing.
It's a meme, man. Don't meme, kids.
Man, this thing just ran out of gas quick, didn't it?
We could get the Trivial Pursuit back out.
True.
Or we could play that game where you, yeah, here we go, the
What
greater
did you
debate.
tell them about maybe put together, couldn't get the trailer for the anthology?
Oh, this was a great idea that Casey brought to us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
None of us idiots that have been sitting around here shooting things and cutting stuff together have thought, let's put a trailer
That
together
would
for
be
the anthology.
awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We have tons of footage.
A preview.
Tons of footage.
That's a really good idea. I like
And
that.
he said, what you ought to do, I think this was your idea, shoot something that has nothing to do with it and put that in there as well, so people are looking for
But
it.
something that's just awesome.
Yeah, I saw that the trailer and it wasn't.
Yeah. So that's a pretty common thing these days. So vampire attack or whatever, just
Right.
something-
Yeah.
Yeah. None of us
And
thought.
maybe
hey,
that
I
was
like
maybe
that. I
that's
like that
where
a
some
lot.
of Henry's footage comes in.
Absolutely. His smoky forest footage.
Yeah.
Cardboard robots. Yeah, that's what our show is. Cardboard robots.
So regarding this game, I have to say nothing. Ever since that one time we all played it, I didn't stop thinking about like my debate topic, and I started coming up with more things later that day that I was like, oh my god, I should have said that and
You'd
that.
be terrible at the UN.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not
I
pursuing.
should have said this to Christian.
It was so bad. I was dwelling on it for like a couple days. I'm like,
Wow.
man, I had
No, I
such
did
great
the same
things to
thing.
say. I was so pissed
never
off at
thought about
myself.
it again.
Oh, I did.
Well, I've thought
I
about
kind
it
of
multiple times
dwell.
because I can't believe Brian's piss poor argument on the side of Guns N' Roses. God.
Hey, the other thing we'd like to do before we get out of here tonight is I want to put up a green screen. We're just going to shoot just a little bit of a headshot from each one of you for the game idea we were talking about. So we just need some basic footage, just some filler stuff, so that he can put it in it, and then we can do a test. Do you know what we're talking about? Which one? Okay. So literally, you just get up there and say, "Hey, welcome to the island. Have you seen the roller skate rink or whatever?" Just something silly or whatever. And he can put it in his game. Because we were talking about that before everybody got here. How do we compress the video? How do we get it on the phones? How do we do this? How do we do that? Sort of thing. So once we have the footage, he can do a proof of concept thing and we can all kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any way to?
I may have in
Are we
clouds
on the
somewhere.
pod show now?
Yeah. They got another microphone.
Oh, that's a microphone.
Yeah, they're able to hear you. Absolutely. We heard you not say where else.
I was wondering though, is there any way to test and see how many hits we have for the pod show, like you can on the computer?
Absolutely, we can. Yeah,
do that?
we can at any one time see how many views we're getting, how
Yeah.
many people are on there concurrently. We don't get a ton,
Yeah,
but we
it's
get a
an
few.
audience.
And then
There are
as-
people watching this right
there
now.
are people watching it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And what I do is I take this show, I download it, and I put it on YouTube as well,
Yeah.
so that we have 2 points
Oh, okay.
of viewership.
Well, two people would be an audience to me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you've got an audience with us every time, then. But we gain viewership as the days go by.
As it increases, yeah.
Because
as
it
goes by.
stays out there.
Yeah,
It stays
yeah.
out there.
Your
Oh,
dinosaur
sure.
doesn't have any internet.
Yeah, I don't understand why that is because
It seems like a problem.
because we're on, right?
Maybe the Google's moved.
When I was telling about the
Yeah.
cannibal, we were on. All right.
Yeah.
Hello out there.
Oh,
Out
nice.
there, out there,
Yeah.
out there.
Hello, everyone.
God, that's a terrible look. Look at that.
Yeah, man. You gotta get down with fashion like me, bro. You gotta be a hype beast.
Is that what you are?
Yeah.
It's a hype piece.
It's the hype beast.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what they call
I
them.
buy pants that cost $2,000, but they look like they cost $12.
I buy pants that cost $2,000, but they cost $12, and I never wear them.
Yeah. Well, I wear them once. I wear them the one time where I make the video where I say how much everything I'm wearing costs, and then I go give them to Goodwill.
sell them to Goodwill.
No.
No? Okay. You have your guy write them off your taxes.
My dad's guy.
Your dad's guy. Gotcha. That's pretty much the world at this point, isn't it?
That's what Yeezys are.
Yeezys are the shoes that they worn.
That's the hype beast shoe.
Who is
I'm
that?
gonna try to come in that door again.
I tried coming in that door.
Everyone did.
Why did they
Everybody
lock
does.
it?
All right,
I don't
Mike.
know why it's locked. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they want you to scan in.
I didn't scan in.
I didn't scan it either.
Nobody said
I
we-
didn't
You gotta get
either.
that thing under your skin.
Oh,
I didn't
microchips.
either.
Cool.
The
Do any
Nexus
of y'all
chip,
actually?
right?
Do any of you guys actually pay for this place?
I don't know.
Are we supposed to?
Do we what?
I feel as though I bring a lot to the table. So
I think you do too, Mike.
my hosting abilities are well worth.
I bring.
I always try to buy samples.
There you go. He buys a sandwich.
I am a
There you
member.
go.
I thought about
I
that.
actually scan in.
There you
when I
go.
come here.
Shannon,
See that
thought
little
about
blue
it.
thing on my keys?
This close by.
It's my scanner anything. You got to put that over there on that little makeshift.
Oh, I thought those were like the little flashlights.
That's what they are.
That's how Nexus keeps track of what I'm doing. That's how they make sure I'm not hanging out at King's Landing.
I think it is just for the games, yeah. So why don't we do this? Are we gonna do this one time?
No.
Okay. So we're not doing that. So let's go ahead and wrap this sucker up, and we'll do the headshots.
Yeah.
Then we get out of here. Y'all good with that? All right. You want to say bye to the internet?
Bye, Internet.
Tell them something that they need to know, Henry.
Something you need to know.
Yes. What do they need to know?
Oh, gee, that's a quick. I'd have to think about that. Let me think quickly. How
All right,
about?
Hannah, tell the internet bye while Henry thinks.
Bye, internet.
All right, good. Casey Jones is sitting behind the camera. You want to say anything to the internet?
See you later, internet.
Oh, I did not. Okay. That was not.
Hey, you just gave vertigo to like 1,000 people.
Okay, I know something.
All right, point it at Henry. What do you got, Henry?
52 policemen were killed in 2018.
Oh,
They on duty.
okay.
That's it. Bye bye.
That's it? That's so depressing.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, let me
so-
think of something
But
happy.
yeah. Just say puppies.
Say
Just
what?
look in the camera and say puppies.
My dog and my cat kissed each other in
There
the
you
mouth.
go.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet. Good deal. All right, Shannon, you want to say anything? Nope. All right, there's Shannon. All right, guys, we'll see you later, Internet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night, Internet.